العلم نور العلم نور العلم نور بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Means Qabul was negated from this riwayat. La tuqbal. La tuqbal, right?
Yes.
Since any salat, and since nakira tahti nafi,
Yes.
so any salat will not be accepted.
Yes.
Any salat, nakira tahti nafi yufidul umum, you know that.
Yes. No.
So any salat, no exception. But what does Qabul means here? Because Qabul was negated. Qabul means sihat and Qabul means ijabat.
Ijabat. Acceptance.
Qabul means Qabul and Qabul means sihat, validity, and Qabuliyat. Both are taken, both meanings are taken eventually. Means sometimes Qabul means Qabul and sometimes Qabul means sihat,
Sihat.
right? But if you take Qabul, because sihat is the first stage and Qabuliyat is the second stage.
Yes.
Because sometime something is correct and valid, but does not necessarily that will be accepted.
Yes.
But for something to be accepted is necessarily has to be correct,
Yes.
has to be valid, then will be accepted. If it is incorrect, if it is invalid, how it will be
Correct. I mean, accepted.
will not be worthy to accept. So Qabul, sometimes they are using the word Qabul and they mean sihat. La
Yes.
tuqbal la tasihhu. And here is this is the meaning here.
La tasahhu.
La tuqbalu la tasihhu. Because if Qabul means Qabul and Qabul was negated, is not necessarily results in that sihat also will be negated. Right?
Yes.
Let's say you know one riwayat that if a person is eating haram thing, his ibadat, his dua will not be accepted for 40 days.
Yes.
Right? So let's see if someone having sharab in his
Belly.
stomach, right? And after that he took shower and made wudu and he went to pray and made dua. So his prayer will be valid or not?
Valid.
Because nothing, no filth on his body. He has valid wudu, so he
Yes.
performs the prayer. His prayer will be definitely
Valid.
valid. Anything is valid if it has all pillars and conditions. What does sihat means? Validity means that anything,
Has its
all
conditions and-
shurut and arkan,
Yes.
जिसमें शुरूत और अरकान की रियायत की गई हो वो सही है. If anything from shurut is missing, if anything from arkan is missing, that is not valid. And if all of them are there, then it is valid.
Yes.
Right? And qubuliyat is something else. Because qubuliyat is arkan for qubuliyat will be, you have to add something like khulus, like sincerity.
Yes.
You are praying for not for to show up.
Yes.
If someone is praying to show up, to demonstrate that I'm a big praying person,
Yes.
this is not one of pillar, is not against the pillar of prayers. His prayer will not be accepted, but will be valid. You getting my point?
Yes.
So this is just to show that qubuliyat is something else and sihat is something else.
Yes.
So if in any riwayat qubuliyat is negated, does not mean sihat is also negated. Right? This is the reason we say that la tuqbal means la tasih. Qubuliyat is
La tasih.
mentioned, but sihat is taken. Qubul means qubul sihat.
Yes.
Qubul means not qubul ijabat.
Yes.
Qubul means here
Qubul sihat.
sihat. And this is what is the reason, what is the qarina that you take qubul means not qubul, qubul means sihat. Qubul sihat. As Quran says, in kuntum ila إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم. That is shart. if you go to pray, do these 4 things first.
فاغسلوا وجوهكم.
Wudu. So wudu is required for validity of prayer.
Yes.
If you don't make wudu and pray, your prayer will not be valid. This indicates, and this hadith, that la tuqbal means
لا تصح.
so if someone is praying without taharat, his prayer does not mean that his prayer will not be accepted but can be valid. Because negation of qabuliyat is not necessarily negation of the next stage, below stage, and sihat is the base and qabuliyat is here. If it is negated, does not mean this is also negated.
Yes.
So that's why we say qabuliyat means not qabuliyat ijabat, but qabuliyat sihat. You got this?
Yes.
And since la tuqbalu salatun means la tasihhu salatun,
Yes.
you got this? And where he said la tuqbalu salatun nakra tahtina fi, so anything that the word of salat is used for legally, shar'an, that is included in this masla, right? Like salatul janaza, 5 times prayer, salatul janaza, sajda tilawat, anything which is considered to be
That's
part
also validity.
validity of them. Salatul janaza will not be accepted, means will not be valid. Salat sajda tilawat will not be valid.
So what about salawat on Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
That is not prayer of prayer, and that is not salat. That is durood, dua.
Anything that's legally.
That is
considered.
prayer. If anything which is salat, that is common for all of them. La tuqbalu salat bighayri tuhur, without tuhur. Then the mas'ala based upon this riwayat, because the way this hadith talks, this is the way he says everything is clear, right? Mufassar, but muhkam, nothing can change it. La tuqbalu salatun bighayri tuhur, right? So the mas'ala of faqidu tuhurain comes here.
فاقد الطهورين.
Mas'ala of faqidu tuhurain, and that will be part of this. As if any person, faqidu tuhurain means a person is in a state that he has no access access to water or clay.
Oh, okay. Any person, he has no access to water or clay.
That means anything that he can use for wudu or for tayammum. If he does not have anything, if no water, then he can do tayammum. And if nothing from jinse earth, then how he can do tayammum? And this situation can come anytime, somewhere in space or flight,
Yes.
right? Or in state of emergency in high towers.
Yes.
So this hadith says la tuqbalu salatun bighayri tuhur, no salat can be
Accepted.
valid without tuhur, and he has nothing to use to do tuhur. Then what about him?
فاقد الطهورين.
Faqidu tuhurain. The masla about him would be that he is supposed to do tashabbuh bil musallin, because this is certain, this is done, agreed upon the masala that salat without taharat is not valid. Right? Salat without taharat.
Tahara is not going to be accepted.
So if someone has no taharat and it is a time of prayer, then what should he do? Even for tayammum, ulama are not allowing, and that if you don't have water and time is passing away, you can do tayammum. No. If you have access to water, right? Just because time is running away, you cannot do tayammum. Because there is khalifa of the prayer,
Yes.
and that is qaza. They allow for such a prayer, there is no khalifa of it. For example, Salatul Janaza,
Yes.
Salatul Eidain, right?
Yes.
Salatul
Aidan Salatul
Eidain,
Janaza.
Salatul Janaza. And any prayer has khalifa, like Salatul Jum'ah has khalifa Zuhr, and 5 times prayer has khalifa Qada.
Yes.
And Salatul Janaza, there is no way to make up. Salatul Eidain, there is no any substitute of it. They allow, if it is passing, time is passing away, you might miss the prayer, make tayammum and join.
Join.
Because finally you're going to miss it completely, right? And if it is any prayer that has a substitute of it, right, you can make tayammum. If you have access to water, and the problem is that if you go to the water, time will be gone,
Yes.
right? So can you do tayammum for this? They don't allow this tayammum for this. So if tayammum cannot be allowed, how praying, offering a prayer without tayammum and without wudu will be allowed, right?
Right.
But at the same time, since you are alive and you are having qudrat, salat will be wajib upon you, fard upon you. So to do what? Just for respect of the time, right? Because time is running away. So for the respect of the time, you should do, just start praying, and that will be tashabbuh bil musallin. Will be what?
Tashabbuh bil musallin.
And it is not prayer. You should offer routine prayer with no intention of prayer, without any intention of
Right.
prayer. That means tashabbuh bil musallin.
This
I am
exercise.
praying,
Right.
but you are not praying. Do all pillars, means all qiyam, qiraat, ruku, sajda, all of them without intention of prayer. That is tashabbuh bil musallin. This is just for respect of the time. And whenever you have the excess, just do it completely. Right? So is included. La tuqbalu salatun. Any prayer will not be valid without taharat. Right? So if someone is in such a situation that he cannot make wudu, he cannot make tayammum, still his prayer will not be valid without taharat. He has to do taharat first. Right? So in this state he should do. We don't say that just leave it.
Yeah.
No, we don't say leave it. We
Yes.
say go ahead and do it, but you have to make it up. And they will not be make it up, but they will be actually doing again.
Yes.
And that will be excuse for you. Leaving the prayer will be excuse for you, because it is the salat is attached with taharat. La tuqbalu salat bighayri tuhur. Salat is attached,
With the taharat.
and there is no way to get taharat. So how you can pray?
Yes.
Nobody should say, okay, you are allowing us to leave the prayer. No, actually something is related to some sabab, and missing sabab results in missing musabbab.
Yes.
Right? Missing sabab,
Means missing musabbab.
musabbab.
so definitely. So nobody will ask you why you didn't pray.
Yes.
There was no way. But this is the reason we said no. You don't have to leave the prayer. Do it, offer it, just for tashabbuh bil musallin, and then do it on your time. You got this masla?
Yes.
Next part of the matan is wala sadaqa min ghulul.
Yes.
And you know the reason to mention this. This is the first part of the matan. Second part of the matan is just takmil of the matan. He said neither nor any sadaqa will be accepted from ghulul. From
Ghulul.
no sadaqah will be accepted from ghulul. Ghulul, I said ghulul is actually mali khiyanat from mali ghanimat. But ghulul will include all type of property or wealth comes from wrong way.
Yes.
Stolen money, right? Taken money without permission, anything that was taken without illegal way, right? So sadaqah cannot be valid without from
Mali ghulul.
amali ghulul. Wala sadaqah min ghulul. And this is a clear message to people that people should pay sadaqah, either sadaqah wajiba or sadaqah nafila, from haram, from halal property, halal wealth, not haram money. You know, sometimes it happens like people are getting money, they are eager to get money by any way, no matter what is the resource, let it come. And at the same time, they are also want to pay charities,
Yes.
give to help people. So this is a message to them that if you are paying charity and sadaqat, that's supposed to be from purified, pure money, not any type of money.
Yes.
Right? Also for sadaqah, this is the nature of people that they at the time of paying sadaqah, they want to use any rough money, rough wealth. I mean something that is not useful for them. Like I mean nature of people. So see the donations to the masajid. Huh? Anything which is good, like the clothing, their furniture, they want to keep it with the one which is nice, new, brand new, and something is out of order, not functioning,
They want to
old enough, they want to donate it. Right? So a clear message from this, "La sadqa min ghulul." That means a wrong type of property or money or wealth should not be given in sadaqah. Sadaqah would be supposed to be from halal and tayyib, right? So wala sadaqah min ghulul. So sadaqah will not be accepted from ghulul. Here is a masla, since it says sadaqah from ghulul is not accepted, and one masala, as ulama fuqaha say, that if sometime it happens like any money which is wrong money, wrong wealth came to your possession, to your ownership, and they say don't use it,
Yes.
give to fuqara. I mean some, you know, luqta, let's see, good example will be luqta,
Luqta.
or rishwat, or bank interest in Islamic banking. It is haram, right? Or any stolen stuff, but you don't know who is a real owner of that. The hukm of all these is don't use it. If you don't know the owner, actually wajib upon you to pay, to hand over to the real owner.
Yes.
And in the situation you don't know,
The owner. You can't find the owner.
No, you can't find the owner.
you can find the owner, or he has gone,
Yes.
then there is no way to catch him, there is no way to hand over to him, then just give it to fuqara. They say tasadduq,
Tasadduq.
do the sadduq. And this is some mal which is not allowed for you, so you do tasadduq. And hadith says la sadqa min ghulul. So any sadqa will not be accepted from ghulul property, from something which is haram mal.
Mali ghulul.
So a part of the masla is, they say that in this situation you do tasadduq. For what is the purpose of tasadduq? This is supposed to keep in mind. Purpose of tasadduq. If you have your money, your thing, and you do tasadduq, that is taqarrub is the main purpose of tasadduq, to get sawab. Purpose of tasadduq is
Okay, so
taqarrub, right? Purpose of tasadduq is taqarrub.
taqarrub.
But in this state, like bribery case or bank interest in Islamic bank,
Or luqta.
luqta. The purpose of tasadduq is bara'at zimma, not taqarrub.
In this case,
Right? You are not paying that money to any faqir to get sawab, to get pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's supposed to be your own white money. Pay your own earning and get sawab. And this is not yours, someone else, and you are paying for sawab. This is charity, this is not your charity. You are getting rid of this thing. You are getting bara'at from that, because that is not a white property, valid property for me, so I don't want to use it on me and my children. Right? So you want to be free from it. That's why you are paying
to the
to
poor.
faqir, right? So the purpose of this tasadduq is not taqarrub,
But barat is in
bara'at zimma.
barat is in.
So if you take the la sadqa min ghulul means same la tuqbal, and tuqbal qubul is qubul ijabat.
Yes.
Then this gives a message that people want to pay sadaqah from ghulul, they should not make an intention of taqarrub, because that will not be accepted from ghulul. Sadaqah will not be accepted from ghulul. There will be no sawab. Right?
Yes.
Means you are stealing something, stealing some money and getting sadaqah. You're stealing some, getting sadaqah. Sadaqah. This is the sadaqah. Taking bribery, rishwat, and giving sadaqah. People say, oh, this man is a very great man. He's helping people. But you don't know where he is getting money from. He's getting money from rishwat, from bank interest, from haram resources, and paying sadaqah. So haram way and paying sadaqah, this is not acceptable. It's not going to give you any reward, ni sawab. And this type of things like luqata, if you are rich, ghani, you are not faqir. Anytime fuqaha say, if you are faqir, then you can use it. Just because you are also falling in the same category. But if you are not faqir, don't use it. Give it to faqir, the tasadduq. The tasadduq, purpose of tasadduq is not taqarrub.
But barat is
What is the purpose?
It's over there. It's for sadaqah. For
The
giving.
purpose of tasadduq is here?
Over here, it's to what do you say, qurbat.
No.
no. Barat is in.
Hadith says, لا تقبل من صدقة من غلول.
Yes.
How will be qurbat?
Won't be qurbat. Yes.
That is the thing negated by this hadith. No sadaqah will be accepted from ghulul. So how you can do for sawab? Why would you do it?
For barat is in.
For bara'at zimma. You want to get rid of that
Just
property.
get rid of it.
I don't want to use it on myself. Right? For bara'at zimma. And this is the ruling of Sharia. If any type of money, this type of money comes to your possession, your control, then do the tasadduq for bara'at zimma. Do tasadduq
For barat is in.
for bara'at zimma. And this is ruling. Right? And since this is ruling and you do it, still you are following, that means you are following the ruling of Islam.
Yes.
Right? Then you will get sawab definitely, not for tasadduq,
But following
for
the
following
ruling
Islam.
of Islam.
but following the other ruling of Sharia.
Yes.
Because you are paying $100, you got $100 anyway, on the road as a luqta, and you think that you're gonna take someone, anyone can take it. So why not me take it and pay to any poor? So you took it. You made an announcement. Okay, who is the owner of this money? Nobody says. So you're supposed to give to any faqir. The purpose of giving the faqir is just barat zimma, because you don't want to use it upon yourself. Right?
Yes.
So you are giving to faqir just for barat zimma. You are following a legal
Islamic
way, ruling. So you will get sawab of this. Qala Abu Isa, Imam Tirmidhi said, Haza. Imam Tirmidhi narrates riwayat And after every narration, he gives his opinion about the authenticity level
of the hadith.
of that riwayat. He says, قال أبو عيسى هذا الحديث أصح شيء في هذا الباب وأحسن. This hadith is the most authentic thing in this bab and most hasan riwayat in this bab.
Yes.
So they have many riwayat, and they are choosing and doing takhrij of the riwayat which is on the top. So he said the most sahih and hasan riwayat it is. Excuse me. You know, for any riwayat they say sahih and hasan, asah or ahsan.
Yes.
And since asah and ahsan, ya sahih and hasan, they are two different things.
Yes.
As a qasim of hadith maqbool, right?
Categories.
So why you can how you can say for the same hadith this is asah, and at the same time you can say this is asah?
Asah.
If they are qasim, can be one of them, right?
Yes.
The jawab would be that asah and ahsan are falling under same category, hadith maqbool, not hadith mardud, maqbool.
Maqbul.
But actually hasan is lower than sahih, and sahih has like all ruwat are tamuz zabt adil.
Muttasil sanad.
Ittisal sanad is also required in hasan.
Yes.
There is any problem in their zabt sadra, zabt kitab,
Right.
and by coming from different turuq,
You fill the gap.
that is
Yes.
gone, becomes hasan, right?
Hasan. Right.
So anything missing, so you can say that the word hasan can be applied upon sahih, but sahih cannot be applied,
On
the word
Hasan.
sahih cannot be applied upon
Hasan.
hasan, because hasan is missing something from sahih.
Yes.
What is the thing is missing?
Anything with tamuddab.
Zabt.
Yes.
Problem in the zabt is missing in the hasan. So a hasan cannot be sahih,
Yes.
right?
Hasan cannot be.
Sahih. But according to this idea, the word hasan can be applicable upon sahih, because since it is level 2,
From below.
down below level, and on the top is sahih. So if it is sahih, why it would not be hasan? If it is
Sahih,
Why would it be
hasan,
Hasan?
or there is any certain or any different istilah for Imam Tirmidhi, and we will talk about it, that Imam Tirmidhi has certain istilah. That's why he says, always he says hasan and sahih both. And this is not the istilah of all ilm wal usul hadith. They say hasan. This is sahih. وفي الباب عن أبي مليح عن أبيه وأبي هريرة وأنس وأبي المليح ابن أسامة اسمه عامر. And in this bab there is riwayat from Abu Malih, that he is narrating from on authority of his father, and also from Abu Huraira, and also from Anas ibn Malik, 3 more Sahaba.
Yes.
The method of the method in the beginning few that we supposed to understand the method of Imam Tirmidhi, how he set his book. He sets abwab, right, and his title, and he does takhrij of any riwayat. Mostly he does takhrij of one riwayat, and he has many riwayat, as Bukhari and Muslim is narrating many riwayat. No, just one riwayat, many asanid. He mentions many asanid for one riwayat. Imam Bukhari mentions different riwayat,
Yes.
right? Not one riwayat. If he has many riwayat, he mentions those riwayat. Imam Tirmidhi doesn't mention many riwayat. If he has 5-6 riwayat, and he sees like which one is on the top in authenticity,
He can bring that one.
right? He puts the top one, and for the rest of the riwayat, and I told you that if a riwayat is coming from different Sahaba, becomes many riwayat, many hadith.
Yes.
Otherwise, it gonna come in tahwil.
Yes.
Are you getting?
Mhm.
If the same riwayat is narrated by
Other Sahabi.
Another Sahabi.
Other Sahabi, then this situation makes it two or many.
Two or more, right.
So if he has the same riwayat from many Sahaba, he picks one, which is on the top according to him. And for the rest of riwayat, he just says fil bab. He says what?
Fil Bab.
Filba.
And Bukhari and other books, Nasai, Ibn Majah, they are narrating all of them. They have 5 of them, they narrate all of them.
All of them.
Like here, he says 4. 3 more Sahabi, and he narrated the riwayat of Abdullah ibn Umar. And he has the same riwayat from who? From 3 more.
Yes.
So the method of other books will be to narrate all 4.
Okay, and he was just mentioning the name of those.
Imam Bukhari picks only Sahih of them. And Nasai ibn Majah, they are picking also selecting, giving some more, not only Sahih.
Yes.
Right? Imam Tirmidhi goes to any riwayat which is Sahih or Hasan.
Yes.
He is not limiting himself to Sahih only. Imam Bukhari tries to limit him for Sahih only. And he mentions
Well, all
Imam
those.
Tirmidhi is Sahih and Hasan.
Sahih and Hasan both.
Yes.
Right?
And Imam Bukhari only.
Only Sahih. And this is all according to them.
Yes.
Not necessarily means like is according to all muhaddisin it is Sahih or Hasan. Maybe not Sahih.
Yeah, their own research. Right.
So he's the way he says fil bab, he mentions in the fil bab the name of
Then what do you say?
the most
most
Hasan
Sahih.
and most Sahih.
Asah.
in fil bab. That is his opinion. He said Qala Abu Isa.
Oh.
But in what he mentioned in the fil bab,
Oh, the other Sahabi.
name of other
Other
Sahaba,
Sahaba.
name of any Sahaba, any Sahabi that he is mentioning this riwayat supporting the same
Idea or
thing, though it is muttahid lafzan or ma'nan,
Lafzi and Ma'nawi.
is not necessarily lafzan same riwayat, but maybe lafz is different.
Oh, he's still gonna not mention it.
So this makes Tirmidhi a very strong book. He's not mentioning a lot of riwayat. Just he picks one and gives name. If you go and find, this is easy to find the same riwayat by authority of other Rawi, Sahaba in other books. Like he mentioned one more Sahabi, Abu Huraira, one more Sahabi, Anas ibn Malik. So you can find the riwayat of Abu Huraira or Anas ibn Malik in other books. But the riwayat which supports this factor, this meaning, that any validity of prayer is based upon taharat.
Yes.
Validity of prayer is based upon
Taharat.
la tuqbalu salatun bighayri tuhur. Though it is illa bi tuhur or bighayri tuhur, or la tasihhu or la tuqbalu, can be different of the word, but same riwayat. Right?
Yes.
So he said fil bab. So you got the idea what he says in the fil bab?
Yes.
Mentions what?
The Sahabi that
The
is
Sahabi from the which have mentioned
supporting
the same
hadith.
hadith.
So this will give us an idea that how many Sahaba are narrating
This hadith.
this hadith. Also gives you the level to find, is it mutawatir or mashhur or mustafiz or khabri wahid, right?
Yes.
So you can get many riwayat from this method. When he mentions one riwayat, and for the rest of the riwayat he gives the name fil bab. So this riwayat is from Abdullah ibn Umar, but he mentions the name of 3 Sahaba. One, he says an Abil Malih an Abi.
Yes.
So since he mentions Abul Malih, and
Yes.
Abul Malih is the kunya, is not his name,
Abul Malik.
so he gonna mention who is Abul Malih.
Yes.
But Abul Malih is not Sahabi. He says an Abi, his father.
Yes.
Wa Abi Huraira wa Anas. And Abu Huraira is the Sahabi, and Anas ibn Malik is also Sahabi.
Yes.
So he's done with the names. Abul Mali and Abi, and Abu Huraira and Anas. 3 more. And who is Abul Malih? The method, his method is to mention
The name.
kunya. Kunya. If the kunya is not famous,
He gonna-
if a person is not famous with his kunya, then he mentions his name. And if the name is famous and kunya is not famous, he mentions the kunya. Right? So he says Abul Mali ibn Osama. What Abul Mali? Who?
The son of Osama.
The son of Osama. His name is Amir. See, he mentions the name of Abul Mali.
Yes.
What was the name of Abul Mali?
Amir.
Amir. And also he is called Zayd ibn Osama ibn Umair al-Huzali. That means belongs to Qabila ibn Huzail.
Yes.
Zayd ibn Osama ibn Umair al-Huzali. Zayd ibn Osama. So Abul Mali is kunya. He is son of Osama. And Abul Mali's name is Amir, and also he is called Zayd ibn Osama. So either Amir ibn Osama or Zayd ibn Osama. That is his name. But he's called his kunya is Abul Mali. So finally, since there he said Ana bil Mali Ana bi, that means Sahabi is Osama.
Yes. Or Amir.
And this is not Osama, the Zayd, Osama ibn Zayd, famous one. Hibbu Rasulullah. Osama ibn Umair al-Huzali. Right? So this riwayat also narrated from Abul Mali and Osama, and also from Abu Huraira, and also from
Anas ibn Malik.
Anas ibn Malik. Next bab. Babu ma ja fi fadl tuhur. This bab is about what? About the riwayat which came regarding the virtue of taharat and fazilat of taharat.
Yes.
So that means he, first of all, he talked about ahmiyat of taharat, then fazilat of taharat.
Yes.
First he said ahmiyat of, see the tartib. Fazilat, sometimes people are mentioning fazilat first. Right? And Imam Tirmidhi must put his ahmiyat first. The hukm of taharat. Because the hukm of taharat is, the taharat is farz. Taharat is such necessary that your prayer cannot be valid without taharat. That is actually ahmiyat, significance of taharat.
Yes.
And fazilat means actually sawab. Fazilat means
The thawab.
you are doing zikr and you are going to sawab, is not farz. So fazilat comes last. Right? First of all, ahmiyat, the legal position of something. First of all, you need to know what?
The legal
Position of something, and then how many sawab you will get.
Yes.
We got the legal position that wudu is necessary, ghusl taharat is necessary. We have no any other way. We have to have the taharat. Then the question is there any sawab for taharat? This is fazilat. Yes, there is some sawab.
Yes.
So there is natural tartib of Imam Tirmidhi. He says the fazilat of taharat. حدثنا إسحاق بن موسى الأنصاري قال حدثنا معن بن عيسى قال حدثنا مالك بن أنس. See the sanad حدثنا. Don't say حدثنا. You are saying حدثنا.
حدثنا.
حدثنا will be in جمع متكلم, that we narrated.
Oh, حدثنا.
And حدث هو ضمير is fa'il and na is maf'ul.
Okay.
If you say حدثنا will be
Jama.
Jama mutakallim.
and حدثنا, he narrated this hadith to us.
Mhm.
So fa'il is Ishaq ibn Musa Ansari, that is Shaykh of Imam Tirmidhi. And the way to read حدثنا Ishaq ibn Musa Ansari قال حدثنا.
قال حدثنا.
For making it brief, they say just na. Some people are adding وبه قال حدثنا, because he narrated this hadith to us. Then what happened? Then he says that Falan Shaykh narrated this hadith to us, to me. And that Shaykh says that Falan hadith Shaykh narrated this hadith to us. Continues up to the last.
Yes.
So how you can say Haddasana, Haddasana, Haddasana? So you say second Haddasana is the call of the Shaykh,
Yes.
not yours.
Yes.
When you say Haddasana, this Haddasana is the call of Imam Tirmidhi.
Yes.
And after Ishaq ibn Musa Ansari, there is Haddasana. Haddasana is not call of Imam Tirmidhi.
Yes.
That is call of who?
It's gonna be.
That's Ishaq ibn Musa.
Ishaq ibn Musa Ansari.
Yes.
And after Ma'an ibn Isa, again Haddasana.
Yes.
That is call of Ma'an.
Yes.
So that's why after every name and before that Haddasana, you have to add what?
قال
قال
حدثنا.
قال حدثنا.
Qala, at least qala. And the method to read this sanad, they say wabihi qala.
وبه
به
قال.
قال.
Wabihi qala, or just qala. So حدثنا إسحاق بن موسى الأنصاري قال, he said حدثنا معن بن عيسى قال حدثنا مالك بن أنس. Ma'an ibn Isa said that Imam Malik ibn Anas narrated this hadith to us. And ha is read how? Tahmil sanad.
تحويل السند.
And Imam Malik ibn Anas.
Yes.
This hadith is turning point is Malik ibn Anas.
Mhm.
That means Imam Tirmidhi has one more sanad.
Mhm.
Eh? And he said وحدثنا قتيبة. That means Imam Tirmidhi said also Imam Qutayba. You know Qutayba is Ibn Sa'id is the Shaykh of Imam Tirmidhi.
Yes.
Yes.
That is Shaykh in the first riwayat.
Yes.
So Qutayba narrated this hadith to us on Malik.
Okay.
Very quick. Because Malik ibn Anas is the Madar Sanad, Madar Tahwil. So Imam Tirmidhi got this riwayat from from two different way. One way is Ishaq ibn Musa an Ma'an an Imam Malik.
Yes.
Other is Qutayba ibn Sa'id an Malik.
Directly. This is shorter.
From Imam Malik, this sanad goes ahead. He says Imam Malik narrates this riwayat on authority of Suhail ibn Abi Saleh. An Abi, he is narrating from his father, who is Abu Saleh, and Abu Saleh is narrating from Abu Hurairah. So this the sanad ends at Abu Hurairah.
So shouldn't he narrate the second chain first because it's shorter?
Sometime it happens, like is his choice, whatever he puts first, right? Sometime because of any other reason he prefers another sanad which is not shorter.
Is it because they have Thiqa Rawi in the longer one? Or some reason?
So he said, عن أبي هريرة قال قال رسول الله
Sallallahu
صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا توضأ العبد المسلم أو المؤمن فغسل وجهه خرجت من وجهه كل خطيئة نظر إليها بعينيه مع الماء أو مع آخر قطر الماء أو نحو هذا. Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whenever any abd Muslim or mu'min, this is Shakirawi. Al-Muslim, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Al-Muslim he said, or Awil Mu'min, and meaning is same thing.
Yes.
Iza tawaddal Abdul Muslim, or he said tawaddal Abdul Mu'min.
Yes.
Shakirawi, right?
Yes.
And this is ihtiyatan for the narrating same wording of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, though they know that there is no any difference.
Yes.
So he says, and if when a Muslim person, a Mu'min person makes wudu, fa is for tafsir, not for jaza. He makes wudu means what? What wudu?
He washes his face.
He washes his face. Then kharajat min wajhihi kullu khatiyatin, exits from his face every sin that he looked at or looked towards it with his both eyes. Means he saw it.
Okay. He saw it.
He saw it with his both eyes.
Mhm.
Ma'al ma'i aw ma'a akhiri qatl ma, with water. Whether he said, here is also Shakirawi, again Shakirawi. Whether he said ma'al ma'i, or he said ma'a akhiri qatl ma'i, or something like that.
Oh no. Yes.
He said exits, every sin goes away
Mhm.
Yes.
with water or with last drops of the water, or something like that he said. Whether he said sins go away with water, with my mustamal, or he said drops with the last drops of the water. So nazara ilayha bi'aynayhi will be mutallif to nazara, right? And ma'al ma'i will be related to kharajat.
Kharajat ma'al ma'i. Okay.
So every sin will exit, will leave with what?
With water.
With the
water.
left or water. Oh, no, sorry.
With water.
No, I'm sorry.
So that water will remove all sins.
Yes.
That means water you are using, water of wudu, will remove your sin.
So he's looking at the water.
No, no. Nazara bi'aini ilayha goes to khati'ah.
Okay.
So any sin that you committed through your eye,
Oh.
you cannot see so many things, right? And whatever sin you are committing through your
Eyes.
eyes, that will be removed by if you wash your face. وَإِذَا غَسَلَ يَدَيْهِ, and whenever he washes his both hands, خرجت من يديه كل خطيئة بطشتها يداه مع الماء أو مع آخر قطر الماء. Removes or goes away every sin that his both hands committed it. Badasha means to catch. Every sin that his both hands committed or caught, both hands caught them, will be removed with the water or with the
Last drop.
Last
last
water.
drops of the water. That is again Shakki Ravi.
Yes.
Either he said ma'al ma or he said what?
مع آخر
آخر
قطر
قطر
الماء.
الماء. حتى يخرج نقيا من الذنوب, until he gets out as a clean from zunub.
Yes.
Naqi means clean, completely purified, you can say. He comes out clean
From the dhunub.
from the sins. And this riwayat is brief. Somewhere you will find the detailed riwayat that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also included. The feet,
Yes.
when you wash your hand, that is for washing your hand. When you wash your face, when you gargle, whatever is sin you made through your tongue,
It washes away.
and when you wash your feet, whatever sin you committed through your legs, feet, will be removed. So here, what riwayat he has very authentic on the top,
It's short.
short riwayat, he mentioned that. It is the
Yes.
takhrij of that riwayat. So you have the sanad of this riwayat, and what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that is actually fazilat of taharat,
Yes.
right? The significance of taharat was there, that any salat cannot be accepted without
Wuzu.
wuzu, and the benefit of taharat is this.
That all the
Fazilat
sins
talks
wash away.
about benefit, sawab. So one sawab is that if you have sin, that sin will be removed.
Yes.
Sin will be,
Removed.
that is a big reward of the wudu. And he says any sin that you committed through your eye or any sin that you committed through your hands
Hands.
will be removed
Yes.
with the water, right? This is the reason Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah said that my musta'mal is najis. What he said?
My
My
mustamal
mustamal
is
is
najis.
najis.
As one of his aqwal.
Yes.
Otherwise, other qawl, which is maftabhi qawl, is that my musta'mal is makruh. Tahir, ghair mutahhir. Why my musta'mal is
Tahir.
Tahir
Tahir.
غير مطهر.
tahir, ghair mutahhir. Tahir,
غير مطهر.
that is the maftabhi qawl, because the other qawl, najis qawl, will be very hard,
Yes.
right? But that is the qawl of Imam Abu Hanifa, that my musta'mal is
Najis.
based upon this riwayat. People don't see where Imam Abu Hanifa is getting riwayat from, his qawwal from. He is getting from this riwayat. Once he was in Masjid Kufa, Jame of Kufa, and he saw someone making wudu, and he saw him. So he found some sins dropping through his water. So he started talking to him, oh man, don't commit this sin, don't commit this sin, don't do this, don't do this. That means his kashf. He was looking to the sins he committed, dropping through the water. And you know, sins are the najas. Sins are the najasat. Quran says, innamal mushrikina najas. What is najasat for them? Their aqidah. Also, to the statues, the idols, they are also considered, declared as a najis. So actually, the najasat, definitely najasat is there in the sins. So if the mai mustamar is taking the najasat and removing the najasat, that means this is no more usable, right? So other masala in this hadith is, since the last sentence of this riwayat says hatta yakhruja naqiyan min az-zunub, until, means keeps on doing wudu, rest part, until he is ending, he is completing his wudu and he gets out of the sin. Yakhruju naqiyan min az-zunub, right? So the question is, what about is that means wudu is mahiya sayyi'at? So is it removing the kabair as well, or only saghair? Is mahiya saghair and kabair both, or mahiya saghair only? This is a question, because this word yakhruju naqiyan min az-zunub supports that no more sin, right? And you know that kabair also can be removed. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He can remove anything without tawbah. But kabair are, since they are big sins, so there are certain method for kabair. First of all, tawbah. Do tawbah. And based upon that ayat, in tajtanibu kabaira ma tunhauna anhu nukaffir ankum sayyi'atikum. So about these terms, these wordings and this word, they take us to this point. This wudu is mahiye sayyi'at, which is saghair, not mahiye kabair, right? Naturally, by itself, wudu is removing saghair. As for the sin, Quran and Hadith are using some words like sayyi'ah, khati'ah, zamb.
Yes.
For ma'asiyat, they use, ma'asiyat is actually kabira. Ma'asiyat is kabira, or kabira they say kabira. For kabira they say kabira, or they say ma'asiyat.
Masi.
Right? But for khata, it says saghira, khata and sayyi'ah, zamb. Especially khata and zamb. Khata and and that ayat says in tajtanibu kaba'ira ma tunhauna anhu nukaffir ankum sayyi'atikum. Kaba'ir versus sayyi'at.
Yes.
Can you see? In tajtanibu
Kabaira ma tunhauna anhu nukaffir ankum sayyi'atikum.
So sayyi'at word is used in
For saghira.
in a position of
Kabair.
kabair. He's not saying in tajtanibu kaba'ira ma tunhauna nukaffir ankum saghairakum.
No.
In tajtanibu kaba'ir nukaffir ankum saghairakum.
Sayyi'atikum. No, yes.
So that means, according to this ayat, kabair versus
The sayyi'at.
sayyi'at. Kabair versus sayyi'at. And khatiya is below sayyi'at.
Okay.
The word for the sin is used in Quran and Ahadith. Khati'a, sayyi'a, zamb, ma'asiyat, right? And kabira. So here Quran says in tajtanibu kaba'ira ma tunhauna anhu nukaffir ankum sayyi'atikum. That means sayyi'at. Ulama say sayyi'at means saghair. And the reason for sayyi'ah is saghair because it's used in a position of
Kabair.
kabair. That means definitely
It's gonna be
sayyi'at is definitely saghair. Otherwise, how you can say if you avoid kabira, we will remove kabira.
Right.
Same thing, if you avoid kabira, we will forgive sayyi'at. So sayyi'at means saghira. So ijtinabe kabair is causing removal of
Here, removal
saghair.
saghair.
And here the word khatiya came.
Yes.
What is the word?
Khatiya.
Kharajat min wajhihi kullu
Kullu
khatiyatin. And also kharajat min yadihi kullu khatiya.
Yes.
Right? And finally he said, yakhruju naqiyan min az-zunub. Zamb is also a sin. Right?
Yes.
So zamb, the word zamb also used on saghair. So that means, according, if you go to the wording, that means the wudu is mahiyya saghair, not
Yes.
mahiyya kabair. But if you go to the qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has qudrat to forgive all saghair and also all kabair by wudu. Right? The other question is, what, as this riwayat says, hatta yakhruja naqiyan min az-zunub, means as soon as he completes his wudu, he is free from
The dhunub.
zunub, right? He is free from
The dhunub.
the zunub, right? Then what, after that wudu, he did not make any mistake, any sin. Let's say he performed asr or he performed maghrib, right? And then when he was done, his wudu is broken, and right after 1 hour he made isha, and he made wudu for isha, and he was just inside his room. He didn't commit any mistake, any sin. So what would be, since he is free from zunub, so what about this new coming wudu? This will be mahiyya sayyi'at or not? Huh? If it is mahiyya sayyi'at, where are the sayyi'at? Because he is yakhruja naqiyan min az-zunub.
Yes.
Huh? So any person can say, oh, for this, to make this wudu mahiyya sayyi'at, go ahead and make some sayyi'at. Some people are saying you should make some sayyah, ma'azallah. No, astaghfirullah. No. So the jawab of this issue is that any time, any action, any amal is declared as mahiyya sayyah, right? Remover of sayyah, remover of sin. If there is no any sin in his credit, in his bal account, right, that will cause raf'i darajat.
Rafa'i daraja.
That will cause,
Rafa'i daraja.
if there is no sin in his account, that will make him go high
Yes.
in the status. So any amal which is mahiyya sayyah, if there is no sayyah, then it will be
Make his status go high. Rafa'u
raf'i daraja. So mahiyya sayyah will become raf'i daraja.
Rafi'u daraja.
So you got this issue, everything is clear now?
Yes.
So this is, mashallah, this is the fazilat of wudu. People are making wudu, they will be free from the sin. So this supports to make wudu again and again,
Yes.
because we are getting fazail. And if there is no sin, still make wudu again, because it's gonna get you higher. Qala Abu Isa, Imam Tirmidhi said, Haza hadithun Hasan Sahih. Again he said Hasan Sahih. both.
Hasan Sahih.
He is using this term, Hasan Sahih. So ulama say, Mahirin say that Hasan Sahih is his own term.
His own tarjama.
As he mentioned somewhere in Kitab al-Ill at the end somewhere. What is the meaning of Hasan Sahih according to him? We will see inshallah. وهو حديث مالك عن سهيل عن أبيه عن أبي هريرة. And about what riwayat he is saying, this is Hasan Sahih. He said hadith of Malik, Imam Malik, an Suhail, an Abihi, an Abi Hurairah.
Yes.
And Abu Saleh since he said An Suhail ibn Abi Saleh,
Yes.
and after that he said An Abihi,
Yes.
that means definitely it is from Suhail ibn Abi Saleh An Abihi, who is Abu Saleh.
Was also
And Abu Saleh is, Abu Saleh is the kunya.
Yes.
So actually he should mention the name. Who is Abu Saleh?
As-Samman.
So he said, Wa Abu Saleh, the father of Suhail, is actually the Abu Saleh, the one who is Samman, and his name is Zakawan. So his name is Zakawan, his
Yes.
kunya is Abu Saleh,
Yes.
and his profession is known as Samman, the ghee maker.
Oh.
Right? Samman.
Samman.
That means it was his profession.
Yes.
Right? Samman, whether he was making it, producing it, or he was selling it, or he was doing this profession, business of ghee or butter. So what Abu Saleh, the one who is known as Samman,
Samman.
and his name is
Zakwan.
Zakawan. So he is not famous with his name, but he is famous with his kunya. And this riwayat is also based upon Abu Huraira,
Yes.
right? Because Abu Saleh is narrating from Abu Huraira, and Abu Huraira is kunya, and he is a person that his kunya is very famous, such famous that his name became unknown. So he wants to mention his name, Abu Huraira. اختلفوا في اسمه. Ulama have ikhtilaf in his name. That means ulama rijal,
Have ikhtilaf in this
name of Abu Huraira. Some of them said Abd Shams, and some of them said Abdullah ibn Amr, not Abdullah ibn Umar, Abdullah ibn Amr.
Amr.
And that's how Imam Bukhari said. Muhammad ibn Ismail is Imam Bukhari. Muhammad ibn Ismail is,
Imam Bukhari.
and Imam Bukhari is the Shaykh of Imam Tirmidhi. So sometimes he mentions the opinion of Imam Bukhari.
As well.
And Imam Bukhari is a great person in Rijal.
Yes.
So what is the name of Abu Huraira? Some ulama said Abd Shams, and some ulama said Abdul Rahman, and some ulama said Abdullah ibn Amr.
Abdullah ibn
And
Amr.
that is the qawl of this. The last one is the qawl of
Imam Bukhari.
Imam Bukhari. That means kinds of he said Wahaza asahu. This is the most correct.
Correct opinion.
Abdullah ibn Amr.
Abdullah ibn Amr. They are mentioning almost 18 or 22 names.
For Abu Hurairah.
Abu Huraira.
Wow.
This such is unclear. But Imam Tirmidhi is giving preference to the qawl of Imam Bukhari, that his name is Abdullah ibn Amr. Right?
Yes.
In this bab, Wafil bab, again this he said Wafil bab. Wafil bab. What he gonna mention in this Wafil bab?
He's gonna mention the same hadith with the other Sahabi.
The name of other Sahaba who are narrating this hadith.
Yes.
The name of
The other Sahaba,
Other
who
Sahaba
were
who
mentioned
and
this hadith.
who mentioned the previous riwayat?
Abu Hurairah.
Abu Huraira, that what you read. And he said Wafil bab an Usman wa Soban wa Sunabahi wa Amr ibn Absa wa Salman wa Abdullah ibn Amr. 5 more. Usman is Usman ibn Affan radiyallahu anhu. Soban is the Soban who is Mawla of Rasulullah, I think. Sunabahi is also a Rabi. Wa Amr ibn Absa is a Rabi, Sahabi. Wa Salman is Salman Farsi. Abdullah ibn Amr is Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As. So 5 more. Abu Huraira is on the top.
Yes.
For being short sanad or famous sanad, but some more Sahaba are narrating
The same.
the same. That means fazilat of.
Wuzu.
That means if you want to get the same riwayat, that how many sins are getting out, you can search in other books. Riwayat of Usman ibn Affan, Soban, Sunabahi, Amr ibn Absa, Salman Farsi, Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As.
So
They
there
are
will
also
be
narrating
counted 5 different hadiths.
5 different riwayat
Yes.
and one this riwayat. Then he want to mention, because Usman is known,
Yes.
Soban is known, Salman Farsi, Abdullah ibn Amr is known, but who is Sunabahi?
Sunab.
Yes.
No, there are 6 more, and Abu Hurairah will be included, and then will be 7. So who is Sunabi? Because if sometime, if you get in the ilm of Rijal, you will get some more things. If it happens, like if you get Isaba, fi ahwali Sahaba, or Usud al-Ghaba in ahwali Sahaba, you will get many Sahaba in the same name.
Yes.
Like whose name is Umar, or Ali, or Abdul Rahman. bunch of people, many people. They are distinguishing by the name of father.
Mhm.
Sometimes father is also same. They are adding name of
The father.
Father.
The father.
grandfather.
Oh.
Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As.
Hmm.
Why saying Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As? Because many Abdullah ibn Amr.
And plus even Imam Abu Huraira.
Also, sometime if there are, sometime it happens like you read in Nukhba, sometime father and grandfather also same. So they have to add the nisbah,
Yes.
what qabila he belongs to,
Or the
what region
qaryah.
he belongs to,
Yeah.
right? Sometime if it is kunya, they mention the name, he mentions the name. So what Sunabhi is, because Sunabhi under this title there are many, more than one.
Yes.
So what Sunabhi is this? So he said, وَالصُّنَابَحِي هذا الذي روى عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في فضل الطهور هو عبد الله الصنابحي. This Sunabahi, the one who narrated from Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Fazl of Taharat,
Is Abdullah as-Sunabahi.
is actually who?
Abdullah as-Sunabahi.
Abdullah Sunabahi, right?
Yes.
And other Sunabahi, الذي روى عن أبي بكر الصديق, the one who narrated from Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu.
Yes.
He has no sema from Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ليس له سماع من النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. His name is Abdul Rahman ibn Usayla.
Abdul Rahman ibn Usayla.
His name is Abdul Rahman ibn Usayla, and his kunya is Abu Abdullah, right? This one who narrates from Abu Bakr. رحل إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقبض النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وهو في الطريق. He traveled, he left
Yes.
wherever he was, he left to visit Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But while he was in the way, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away. He has no chance to see him, to visit him, to listen something. So how he can narrate any riwayat from him?
Yes.
So Sunabahi under Wafil Bab he mentions the name of Sahaba who are doing riwayat from Nabi. So the Sunabahi who is Abu Abdullah, he is narrating not from Rasulullah but from Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, right?
Yes.
وقد روى عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أحاديث, and he narrated many riwayat from Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but on the authority of someone else.
Yes.
This Sunabahi,
The one who narrated from
Abdul Rahman ibn Usayla,
Okay.
he is also known as Sunabahi. Was Sunabih ibn al-Asar al-Ahmasi. There is one more Sahabi, his name is Sunabih. He is not Sunabahi. Some people say Sunabahi, but he is actually Sunabih ibn al-Asar al-Ahmasi. Sunabih ibn al-Asar,
Al-Ahmasi.
say it.
Sunabih ibn al-Asr
al-Ahmasi.
al-Ahmasi.
Who is Sahibun Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is actually companion. He is Sahabi of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is yuqalu lahu Sunabahi. He is also called
Sunabahi.
Sunabahi. Wa innama hadithu qal. He is Sahabi.
Yes.
His name is not Sunabahi. He is called Sunabahi. His name is Sunabih ibn al-Asal al-Ahmasi. So his hadith is that he said, سمعت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول إني مكاثر بكم الأمم فلا تقتتلون بعدي. I am feeling better. I will compete on because of you on other nations. So do not fight after me. Do not kill each other after me. So he want to say, as this hadith is not mentioning this. This is not the bab of this. There is a hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inni muqasilun bikum al-umam fala taqtuluna ba'di." So do not fight each other. Do not kill each other. Means I want you to be a great nation, many people, so that I can feel good. I can I will be proud of you in the Maidan Mahshar because of being many followers of mine. So do not kill each other. That is the riwayat of this Sunabih ibn al-Asr. But the one who is narrating from Fadl Tuhur
Yes.
is not Sunabih ibn al-Asr, but that is
Abdullah.
Sunabahi,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And that is Abdullah as-Sunabahi.
Abdullah
And
as-Sunabahi.
that person is Abdul Rahman ibn Usayla, who is not Sahabi actually. He wanted to see him,
Yes.
but he could not. Okay, stop here.
العلم نور العلم نور العلم